Hello fellow book nerds, today we're doing a book haul. Oh my god, no. Okay, well you saw it in the thumbnail, I kind of picked them all up. A book haul! As you might have surmised, today we're doing a book haul. I've only done one before, but you guys seem to have really enjoyed it. Like, that video did very well, so thank you for that. So I thought, why not do another one? Because, you know, I haven't stopped buying books, so like, I've got the content. So I think that video was about 3 months ago, so since then I've bought 16 books. I mean, it's not that bad, but considering I have no space, it's pretty bad. It's a mix of secondhand, new books, new releases, book boxes, and some gifts. So, you know, got a nice little variety, and I'm very excited to talk to you about them. Some of them I already read, some of them maybe I'll read one day. I'm super excited to chat to you about. It's really fun to be doing these because, like, I don't know what's happening, you don't know what's happening, and we're just all having fun, you know what I mean? I don't know how I want to do this. How about we start with book box books. So I got Illumicrate. I have unboxing videos for both of for 2 months if you want to check it out. So I got Illumicrate for like 2 months because I was just curious, and like, you have to be on the waiting list for like 6 months. Both of these months I had a very good idea of what the book would be, and neither of them was I like dying to have, but at the same time I thought, you know what, like, it's cool. So I think this one was the February maybe book. So this one's Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. It's an exclusive edition, so we have pink edges, and I think otherwise everything's the same about it, except for the fact I've got like a title card, and I got a little letter, and I think the book is signed. Is it signed? Yes, and the book is signed as well. All I know about this one is that this is an urban fantasy set in Toronto, and there's like fae and stuff, and they gotta like kill fae, I don't know. The cruel prince meets City of Bones in this thrilling urban fantasy set in the magical underworld of Toronto. For centuries, the 8 courts of folk have lived among us, concealed by magic and bound by law to do no harm to humans. This arrangement has long kept peace in the courts, until a series of gruesome and ritualistic murders rocked the city of Toronto and threaten to expose fairies to the human world. I know this is LGBTQ, I'm pretty sure it has a sapphic romance, so I'm super excited about that because I really want to read a bit more sapphic romance. Wait, is this a sapphic romance, or am I thinking about a different book? Okay, this doesn't say anything about romance, so I don't actually know, but if it's not sapphic, at least it's set in Toronto. I don't really read books set in Canada that much, so I thought that was fun. And, you know, like, a good urban fantasy is a good urban fantasy, and I've not read that many recently, so this one I'm quite excited about. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. I don't have like concrete plans for it. It's fun. Another book that I picked up because of the Illumicrate was The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. So this one, I 100% know that this is an LGBTQ plus fantasy, and I know this is like a military fantasy, so I'm pretty sure the 2 main characters, one of them is a princess and one is like a sworn warrior or like a guard, and the princess is looking for someone to desert and help her like overthrow the king or whatever, or like overthrow the current ruler. And I think it's gonna be, you know, the princess and the guard romance, and I already have a video planned for this one, so I'm hopefully reading this in June, and I'm super hyped. June is my birth month, you know, my birthday month, so I'm fun. It's fun to read things, and this one also has sprayed edges, and I'm pretty sure it's also signed. And it's also, oh wow, it got so bright all of a sudden, lovely. And it's also signed, which is awesome. I've heard really good things about this. If you want to read with me in June, I mean, I'm gonna have a whole dedicated video to it, so please do read it with me in June. How fun would that be? Okay, then let's jump into new releases. Okay, so I have about 3 books. Okay, I pre-ordered all of them besides this one. So the first book is Chain of Iron, which is by Cassandra Clare, which is The Last Hours book 2. So this is a book set in the Shadowhunter world. You probably know the jam. It's like the sequel to Chain of Gold, and it's kind of a historical fantasy, and it was really good. I have a whole reading vlog. I already read this. I tapped the shit out of it, and I have a reading vlog which was just pure chaos of me reacting to every single thing in this book. It has spoilers, so if that's something you're interested in, check out that video. I loved Love this book, and I didn't love the cover, and like I wouldn't buy it, but I know that this book is so thick that you really want to read this physically because it's just a different experience, and I could tap all the moments that were romantic and stuff. So you know what, this one I gave 5 stars and it was a real win. I have no regrets. The second book from new releases was Witches Steeped in Gold by Cayenne and Smart. So I actually pre-ordered this book. I got a bunch of swag for it as well from the pre-order campaign, and this book I've already read, and I have a full review with no spoilers review, but it goes really in depth about writing and the characters and the intent, because this book is inspired by Jamaican mythology or Jamaican culture. It has Jamaican language, well not Jamaican, but I think it's patois it's called, and that's the language spoken in Jamaica. And this is a YA fantasy about 2 witches who, one of them is the daughter of the current ruler, and she thinks that her mom is a really shitty ruler, so she actually wants to overthrow her. And the other character is a daughter of the previous ruler who was overthrown by the current ruler, and she wants to get revenge. So basically both of them want to kill one of them, their mothers, and maybe they have to get into like some kind of alliance. But it's a very, very ambiguous in terms of like morality and what's good, what's not good. I really enjoyed that about it. I actually really like this book. I gave it 4 stars. Like I said, I have a full review if you wanted to check it out. But it's a very new release, and if you wanted to pick it up, like I said, it's like by a black author, inspired by Jamaican fantasy, and it was really unique, cool read. And I'm definitely going to continue with this series because the first installment was really good. So the next book I pre-ordered was Breach of Peace by Daniel B. Green. So Daniel Green is a fellow booktuber. You probably know him. He's like way bigger than me. He has been wanting to write a fantasy series for a very long time, and he actually decided to start with a novella. So this is that first novella in the new series, and I was like, you know what, I've been watching his videos for ages. I want to support him. Let me pre-order the book. So I did, right? I pre-ordered it. And then it was like not coming for ages. And then I checked Amazon. I didn't pre-order it there. I checked Book Depository, and it actually said that I never checked out of the box. So I never pre-ordered it, right? I was like, cool. I've got this book now. It's awesome. Like, I'm happy. I need to read it sometime soon. I still haven't. And then this came. And I was like, who are you? What are you doing here? And it came from Amazon. I cannot find it in my orders. I don't know if I bought 2 books by mistake, or did I only buy 1 and they sent me 2 by mistakes, but they came like really long time apart. So I don't know, but I thought this would be a very cool opportunity to do a giveaway. So if you're interested in Breach of Peace about Daniel Green, I don't know much about it, but I know it's adult, it's a fantasy, it has very intricate plot and magic system, and I know this is a short story, which is the beginning. So if you're interested, I have 1 copy to give away. I mean, I don't know which one it's going to be, but one of these. I'm going to give away 1 copy. So if you want to enter the giveaway, I think I'm gonna have to make it just UK because I'm not paying for shipping to the US. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you're interested, just write in the comments, Breach of Peace, yes please. And if you write that, I'm gonna enter you into the giveaway. And I'm also gonna have like a Twitter, so if you like retweet on Twitter or something, I'm sure you can also enter. It's gonna be random. 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna announce the winner and I'm gonna send you one of these. And if you wanted to body read it, I'm always up for that because I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. But yeah, comment down below. Breach of Peace, yes please. Then let's talk about books I bought and read already, which is not a big pile, that's for sure. So there are 2 books I bought recently and already read, which is Sword of Cayenne and The Love Beyond Body, Space and Time. Let's talk about this one first, shall we? Right, so Sword of Cayenne by M.L. Wong. So I was actually doing a video where I wanted to read books with mom characters. That was the theme of the video. And I read this one, Wolf of Lauren Yarrow, and The Fifth Season. I read this as an ebook and I loved this book so much. I thought it was brilliant, so well executed. The characters, the themes, the fight scenes, the writing, everything about it was just brilliant. That's why I bought it. But I know I want to reread it. I know I really love it, and I did not realize how thick it was. It's so big. But I love this book so much. Yeah, so that's why I have a physical copy. So this book actually, if you're curious what it's about, we followed Misaki, and she is a wife to like a village. She's not a chief, but like his father was very respected, and now his brother's like leading this community, and he's a very famed warrior, and she has like multiple children with him, and it's about her and her sons as well, and it's a very beautiful story about honor. It's just so good. It's inspired by Japanese Japanese. I want like the author is not Japanese, but I think it's inspired. The author is Asian, but I'm not sure what exactly what her ethnicity is. But I know that the book is inspired by Japanese culture and kind of like myth and like values kind of thing. And this book was brilliant. The author actually is coming out with a new book, which yes, because someone told me she was like taking a hiatus or like quitting writing. I was like, she quit writing. That doesn't sound right to me because she's a genius. So why would a genius quit what they're doing? You know, it just feels like, why would you do that? So yeah, anyway, she's coming on with a new book. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out. This is actually a part of like a prequel or like a companion novel to a series that she never finished. So I'm not gonna be reading that series. I'm not very interested, at least for now. Maybe eventually I'll read it, but for now the plan is not to. But this book I'm gonna reread and reread and reread because it's a standalone. I think it really has the potential to be a series, so if she ever wanted to do that, it definitely has the room to grow, but at the same time it works as a standalone and it's brilliant. I need more people to read it. Not many people watch my vlog, so maybe if you don't watch my vlog and you don't care about it, I'm telling you now, read this book, okay? 5 stars, I loved it. The other book I read and bought and read was Love Beyond Body, Space and Time, an indigenous LGBTQ sci-fi anthology edited by Hope Nicholson. So this is an anthology, a collection of short stories by indigenous authors, and has stories mainly to do with like being two-spirit, kind of gender queer, that kind of thing. And I really liked it. I thought it was really thought-provoking, interesting because it has sci-fi elements and fantasy. So I thought that was a unique aspect to like telling indigenous stories, especially with like two-spirit concept, and really enjoyed it. Happy I read it. Then stores opened in the UK, right? So stores opened and I thought, let me go to the city. So I did, and I live quite near a lot of secondhand bookstores or just secondhand stores that have book sections, and I really love going to them. So I decided to go, and you know, if I saw something I already knew I wanted, I could buy it. Like if it was a new book, I wouldn't buy it, but if it was something I knew I wanted, I could buy it. I bought 5 books secondhand. So firstly I bought the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's these covers. I don't know if you guys care, but it's like the ones with like the rings and stuff. I've never read Lord of the Rings and I always knew I wanted to, and these were honestly, I think I bought them $2.50 for one, so $7.50 for 3 books. I thought it was a really good deal because they're in good shape and like I've always wanted some, and you know, like if you buy them first hand, one book is £7. So I thought, you know what, why not? If I really love them, I can always get like another edition. But I like this edition. I think it's cute. It fits in, like it's very small, and yeah, if you don't know what Lord of the Rings is about, I don't know what you're doing here. This is a channel for book nerds, okay? Not for just randos. I'm joking. If you don't read books but you're here, welcome. Now pick up a book. And then I also got 2 more books. So the first one was The Night Film by Marisha Pessel. So I knew I wanted to read this book because it sounded very fun. I've heard really good things. I think it's some kind of thriller to do with filmmaking. I don't know. But I'm doing the Buzzwordathon and I already have 1 vlog for all the books. And I think one of the months the theme is night, and I thought night film, perfect. And the reason I bought this one physically is because it's like a multimedia book, so it has like files and photos. And otherwise I'd probably just buy an ebook, but I don't like multimedia in ebook form because I feel like it just like doesn't really give it away. And this one was £2, I think. So you know what, £2, I can splurge on this, and I can always give it away after I read it if I don't feel like I want to reread it or anything. The next one was Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. So this one, £2. I know I'm gonna get rid of the sticker, but yeah, it was £2 and I've heard really good things about it. It's set in 1911 Korea. So yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I saw Nicole from Nicole and her books read this book and really enjoy it. I really love Korea. South Korea. I used to want to learn Korean, and maybe one day hopefully still will. So this book really spoke to me, and it was like £2. It's not in a great state, but like I'm fine with it. I'm not picky with secondhand books as long as it's not falling apart, you know, it's fine. And that same trip I actually bought 2 books from Waterstones. So one of them was which is dipped in gold, but the second one was Jade City by Fonda Lee. So I've heard amazing things about this one. It's a mafia fantasy, I think, and it's got to do with Jade, and it's about 2 warring mafia families that sell Jade, I think. And I don't know, it's by an Asian author, and it's like Asian world inspired fantasy. I think this is inspired by China, but I'm not 100%. I just thought this one was so like, I know I'm gonna love it. It's a whole series. The last book's coming out very soon, I think, and I've heard only good things. Literally no one dislikes this, so I just bought it. I don't know, it was like full price, but I knew I wanted to read it, and I thought if I don't buy it now, I'm not gonna read it before the new book comes out. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna wait for 100 years and then we'll be like, oh, you guys were right, it's actually really good. So I just don't want to put myself through that. Next book is Force of Nature by Jane Harper. So actually I just picked this up from my boyfriend's grandma because she really likes reading thrillers, and she actually lent me the first book called The Dry, and she was getting rid of this one because once she reads a book she's like, goodbye, I don't need a collection. Like, she's not a collector, you know, she just like reads it and gets rid of it. So I was like, oh, can I have this one? Because it's by the author, like I said, of The Dry, and I really enjoyed The Dry, and I thought it was a really well written thriller that really kept me engaged. So I thought, why not read this new book? I don't know if it's a continuation. I think it might have like the same like detective character, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited. It's a thriller. I know nothing about it, but it's gonna be good, I think. Okay, last but most certainly not least, I have two books I got from Hannon, who's a viewer. He's a viewer and a really good friend. We met because she commented on my videos, and then I was like, hi, you want to be friends on Twitter, and now we're really good friends, and she's just the sweetest. So I know you're watching because you always watch, so thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You really didn't have to, but I appreciate this so much. She sent this kind of as a happy 700 subscribers, which thank you guys for that, that's really cool. But yeah, that's kind of how she sent it, and both of these I'm so excited. So first one is the All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is the first book, I assume, in the Murderbot series. It's called the Murderbot Diaries. I don't know what this is about. Everyone's hyping it up. It's some kind of sci-fi with a murder bots. Hannah really loves this series, so she was like, I want to spread the agenda, and like I really respect that. So I'm super excited. This book is so short. I think it must be a short story, but I'm gonna try to read this as soon as I can. In a corporate dominated spacefaring future, planetary missions must be approved and supplied by the company. Exploratory teams are accompanied by the company supplied security androids for their own safety. But in a society where contracts are awarded to the lowest bidder, safety isn't a primary concern. On a distant planet, a team of scientists are conducting surface tests shadowed by their company-supplied droid, a self-aware sec unit that has hacked its own governor module and refers to itself, though never out loud, as Murderbot. Scornful of humans, all it really wants is to be left alone long enough to figure out who it is. But when a neighboring mission goes dark, it's up to the scientists and their Murderbot to get to the truth. Okay, that's very exciting because I love me some like robots that rebel, and I love me some robots trying to figure out who they are. I really love that. I always wanted to read this, but I never knew what it was actually about. And the last book we have, again from Hannon, is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, and I'm so excited. I only ever hear good things about this book. Seriously, no one's ever been like, yeah, that's not a good book. Have you heard anyone say that? I really don't think I have. This book, Hannah sent it to me because she said, I said that I wanted to read a fun thriller, and she's heard this one's really good, and I want to read this month so badly. I really hope I get to it. I'm so excited. I know this is like a YA thriller. It's a little bit multimedia. You have like, oh, that's so cool. You have messages and stuff. This is the synopsis. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sal Singh. The police know he did it. Everyone in the town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pipa Fitz-Amobi isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as a topic for her final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Peep from truth? It's so good. I love it. I love thrillers, and I haven't been reading any lately, and it's killing me. So thank you so much, Hannon. I'm gonna pick this up next. Any thriller, whatever thriller I pick up, this one's gonna be. It's, oh my god, it's like files and stuff. I love that stuff. So yeah, these are all the books I bought in the last 3 months. I'm really hope that most of them are good. I read, like I said, a decent chunk of them already, and I really enjoyed the ones I did read. Thank you again to Hannah, you're the best. Thanks for watching, you guys, and remember there's a giveaway for Breach of Peace, so if you're located in the UK, just comment Breach of Peace yes please, and I will enter you into the giveaway. I really hope that you win, and if you win and you enjoy the book, like I said, if you want to body read, let me know. I think that's it from this book haul. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. This would really help me out, and I really appreciate it. But otherwise, that's it for me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!